afternoon, folks. How is everyone? As you can see, I've got my co-host with me because I sat down and grabbed a beer and he decided, hey, you're sitting down, you got a beer. Green Grass and High Tides. If you do not know what song this is, you really do need to look it up. Alright, let's pause it. Because that will get this shit canned off of ScrewTube, because God forbid anybody says it's the Outlaws, and that's Green Grass and High Tides. And that's the studio version. You really should look up the live version. Seen that band an easy dozen times. They used to tour every summer. Great show. Oh my God, they were great. And all four of them would come out up on front. They would just tear it up during the big solo that comes later in the song. Anyway, thank you for coming by, spending a little time with us. Today we are going to take a look at one of the classics, and I say classics because this thing's been around God knows how long. This was around when I was a kid, and yesterday was my birthday. I hit the big 5'9", so at least 60 years. It is, of course, a race car beer, because God forbid we don't drink the occasional race car beer, but I have been asked to do this before, which reminds me, you can always go to the link in the description where the Subscribestar page is, and you don't have to subscribe like on a monthly basis thing. I don't give a shit about that. But if you're really interested in seeing something, buy me a beer. It's like $5 for domestics, $10 for crafts, and if you want something really, really funky, the price goes up. I mean, I was out looking at beers this week, and Cult Personality Club, he's a big fan, if I remember correctly, the Goose Island Bourbon Barrel, and there were some really, really nice bourbon barrels out there. They weren't Goose Island. They were different breweries. They looked really interesting. They were $20 and up a pop. We're in Biden's Venezuela, so inflation has gone through the freaking roof anyway. But, so, if you want something really nice and classy, because, you know, I am a classy guy. I got the glasswares and everything. Feel free, you know, shoot me a message, tell me what it is you want, click the button, okay? And, you know, donate accordingly. You can pretty much search online for what beer costs. Search and donate accordingly, and I'd be more than happy to do it for you. I'll even shout you out. But let's get back to business at hand. We are looking at the champagne of beers. Now, when I grew up back in New York City, I am an actual Brooklyn boy, not one of these twat not wearing friggin' skinny jean soy mocha latte fake lumberjack beard fuckers. I grew up in the old school Brooklyn. You know, the kind where there was always a bicycle chain with a lock laying around handy. Just in case. Just in case. You never know. Just in case. We didn't drink these. The mutts I grew up with drank Budweiser. There is nothing on this label. Miller-Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Contains 12 fluid ounces or 0.355 liters of beer. Standardized Surgeon General warnings. Standardized refund crap. And the little witch symbol. The fuck is with that? What is this, like a Satan beer? The bottle cap will, of course, be turned into a magnet to be put up with all the rest of the bottle caps. And all these that need to be mounted. Just remember, if somebody tells you you drink too much beer, the correct answer is, why is there none left? Anyway, because we're doing it officially, we broke out the Luigi, the real tasting glass. Well, let's put some eyeballs on here. She is 4.6 for the ABV. 7 is the IBUs. That SRM is a beautiful, crisp, clear, gold. Yeah, golden yellow. Let's give her a 3. And there's your head. It is nicely graduated, tight at the bottom, looser at the top, and then a little lumpy like cream cheese, maybe, eh? Let's go with that one. That's it. Their webpage was absolutely boring as well. They gave some platitude bullshit in there, which I didn't bother to write down. I do need my laptop back. I am making more content. New therm. I am making more content, but it's just absolutely brutal on that, like, ENIAC age model I've been using for a laptop. So we are looking at, for a temp, remember folks, these things are never accurate. This one's off by about 3 degrees. I got 48.2, which puts her right around the 45 area, if I remember correctly. I do keep my fridge cold because I keep my food in the refrigerator, and it's food. It needs to stay cold. On the other hand, I do live in Arizona, and for a beer like this, damn mosquitoes, which is, again, just a really nice, crisp, clear lager, I like them real cold. There isn't usually much to the flavor profile on these. I don't expect shit to pop. This is dumbed down American lager. Doesn't make it bad, just makes it dumbed down American lager. So, Biden time, let's slip her to sniffer. She's really, really light. She's almost vacant. Now remember, she is a Miller-Coors product, which means she's loaded with glyphosate, and 2 reasons we're drinking this today. It was $5 for a 12-pack. That's what I said. $5 a 12-pack? Okay, I'll finally put it up on the channel. And again, I've been asked for this in the past. I don't remember who asked, and I'm sorry. I'm old, bald, and gray, so we're doing slightly better than exactly. There's not much going on. That nose is pretty much flat and dead. Really doesn't smell like much, and we said she's about 45, so she's in the sweet spot. Does look like she will lace nicely. Slip of the tongue, see what's going on. She does lace well, so there is that. She comes in, she's fast, she's clean, she's smooth, she's not crisp. That's kind of surprising. So Budweiser always has a slightly sharper, crisper profile. Budweiser was what I grew up preferring. It's a little on the dirty side, just got a decent mouthful. Soft palate, intra and extra dental on the uppers. Fast. She is a fast beer. Again, she's a dumbed down American lager. This is what we're going to get. I'm scratching my wrist because mosquitoes. I must be their god or something. I don't know if they love me. Not a huge fan. Could say she would lace, right? As we let her warm up, she sweetens up a little. Now, on like 0 to 10, with 10 being honey or white sugar, she sweetens up into about a 2.5. It's there, it's light. It's not an offensive sweetness, right? 'Cause I don't have much of a sweet tooth. I'm not a sweets guy. But once she warms up, she doesn't really blow the profile out. She doesn't expand much. She gets a little sweeter. But she's still tasty. So, other than crazy ass mutts. Oh, squizzy. It's a little gassy too, by the way. You saw me pour the beer. It's very clean on the inside of the teeth, on the upper end of the soft palate. Tongue's dried out. It's not a bad beer. The only reason I wouldn't drink this is, again, because I don't like Roundup in my beers. It's completely unnecessary and violates the Reinheitsgebot and is, if I remember correctly, Monsanto had to settle for the Hodgkins or non-Hodgkins, for the lymphoma cases that their lovely desiccant and weed killer that they spray on everything gives you. So, again, why I don't drink race car beer. Race car beer, for the guys that don't know, anything that's advertised on the side of one of those NASCAR race cars is race car beer. Okay? So, just throwing it out there. They're all under one or two umbrellas anyway. Big globalist shitbag scum. With the exception of Japanese brewery. Well, I guess all the Japanese breweries, because Japan banned glyphosate back in the 90s. That's why Peroni is drinkable. Peroni is owned by Asahi. I think it's owned by Asahi. But you can drink Sapporo or you can drink Japanese beer. You're okay. So check to see who owns the beer you're drinking. She's crisp, she's clean, she's light, she's fast. Basically everything you're looking for. And the best part is, goes away quick afterwards too. So, I would give this beer, for the style, would I buy this beer again? No, but that's because I don't want to be poisoned. If it wasn't poisonous, would I buy this beer again? Maybe. Would I drink this on tap? Depends what you have. But, again, if it wasn't toxic, maybe. If you handed this to me out of the cooler, would I drink it? I'm always going to ask you what else you have, as long as you're trying to give me a toxic beer. Just me, you do you. But if this was all you had, I wouldn't be a big enough jerk to turn it down. I would take it and say, thank you. Then I would call somebody to deliver real beer. That is the one beautiful thing that came out of the pandemic, is you can have beer delivered to your house now. That needs to become the standard again, by the way. Makes my life so much easier. Now if I could just get some money to actually afford to do that. Buy it again? No. Tap? Buy it again? No. On tap? Not really, but they cleaned it up. And the cooler, would I drink it? Yeah. Is it a bad beer? No, it's actually a really, really good beer. And if you drink very, very little beer and you keep your diet clean, and the minute amount that's in there isn't an issue, it's not an issue. So, it's drinkable. 4. Let's give her a 4. All right, folks. Thanks for coming by and putting some eyeballs on here. You are my people, and I love you. I want you to be the big 3: happy, healthy, safe. I want you to be honorable, dutiful, vigilant. Of course, the last 3. want you to go low and slow under the radar, man. Be the gray man. Head on a swivel. Keep eyeballs on your six, right? Because somebody's got to. Hot and handy are definitely the words of the day. The world is not getting any less crazy anytime soon. So, thanks for coming by. Now, if you've made it this far, thank you. Appreciate it. Remember, hit a button, up, down, sideways, middle finger, whatever. Leave a comment. You know I love comments. You know I am a talky, chatty, shall we say. Was my birthday yesterday. We're wearing red today. Today is Friday the 7th. My birthday is, of course, the 6th. Thank you to everyone who sent the well wishes out. I received them and I appreciate them. I love you guys. You are my people. I will show you what I got. Let's start with the easy stuff. The boy obviously has too much free time on his hands and doesn't watch enough of my beer videos. So when he was out buying crap, he bought a beer tasting notes pad. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Might come in handy if I'm doing remotes. If I could ever get out and do remotes again. And this one is actually pretty interesting. It's a craft beer journal. I don't know what half of this shit means, but I'm sure Stoney over at Stoney Vineyards could fill me in. He brews at home. I haven't seen anything out of him lately. I hope he's okay. He's a good fellow. Beer name, brewery, brewed at, sampled with. Oh, so maybe this isn't for me. Storage vessel, other stats, beer flavor ring, color, serving vessel, appearance, aroma, flavor pairings. This is everything we do live in a book. Actually, though, when I start brewing, this might come in handy. Though I was just going to use a regular notepad. This way you can adjust up, down, sideways, whatever you need to do. But I did get the most special of gifts. The monster was out shopping with her dad. And apparently the kid knows me way too well because I have a special, that's a narwhal, by the way, and she told me it's not a narwhal, it's a narwhal. Okay. Happy birthday to me. Little lovies there. What else do we got? We got a lollipop. Oh, and of course Cinderella's carriage, because what's life without Cinderella's carriage? We have ice cream and cupcakes, a unicorn. This will, of course, take its seat of honor inside, behind me, in every video from now on. She literally took the time to decorate it. That is her new thing. She's crafting. She's crafting. She and her sister did craft me some very, very nice cards that are inside on the refrigerator. But there's personal information on them, and I do not put personal information on the internet for anyone but myself, because if you're going to come for me, okay. If you come for anybody else in my family, that's a no okay. And throwing it out there. That was hysterical. It made me laugh. It's like, look, no, you have to read the card first. All those people out there that are telling you not to have kids, they're lying. Because the best thing about children, grandchildren, no matter what your kid did wrong, once you get grandkids, and remember, no matter how fucked up your kid was, you get even with them through the grandchildren. Life is good, my friends. So, thank you very much once again for spending some time with us. I appreciate it. Sancho, Pima, and I wish you a happy weekend. We'll catch you on the next one. We're going to take a look at the dark truth next week. Yeah. Well, I want to say the dark truth, although we did pick up a Grand Canyon Amber. I'm waffling. It'll be in the thumbnail when we put it up. They're both. The Dark Truth is really, really good. It's like 9.7%. If we're drinking that, we're drinking inside with the air conditioner on because it's a nice, thick, heavy beer. Sorry. Chemicals. Again, if we're drinking the Grand Canyon, we'll be drinking outside like this. So, again, I'll stick it up in the thumbnail so you know what we're drinking next week if you want to go out and grab one and drink along with us. That would be awesome, by the way. I love when you do that. Throw me your comments down below at the end of the video. Let me know what you thought of the beer we drank. Okay? Thanks for coming by, folks. Ooh, hold on. Let's piss off screw tube. I do love those stupid speakers. They're worth the money. They had the medium-sized one on sale for like $75 today, so. Skol!